welcome. I am here for the only live stream of the day because Avery wouldn't take a nap. And she was up early this morning. She was up early. I thought, I guess it was probably around 2. I put her in the crib to take a nap, and she just really wasn't having it. And then I put her in the crib at like 3, and she wasn't fussing or anything, but she was very awake, and I just didn't want to leave her alone in the crib like that. Like, she was taking toys off of, like she was taking toys off the nightstands and stuff, and I don't know, I just felt like I was afraid that she was going to maybe try to climb out or something. I don't know. I just figured, you know what, let me just put it off until tonight, and now she should be. We got Minnie Mouse on, and she should be falling asleep because she was pretty much going all day without a break. Anyhow, so I'm here now. Okay, and the first person here is Iqbal. How does the Virgo that I met today think about me? I seem to think that you're interesting, unique, perseverant, and a happy person overall. But, if you just met them today, you can't really draw that much of a conclusion in one day. So they're going to need a little bit more time. Adonis, reading the connection between me and Jay. Things look good. Things look like for you, you guys could be starting a new journey. Things could change for the better quickly. Passion can come in. Things look good for the two of you. I would imagine that things are going to move forward pretty quickly. Desiree, love. Somebody may come in and make you an offer that will be hard to turn down, and it's very successful, the relationship. Oh, that's Dylan. Love cup is full, and you got a couple of options here. You got a Capricorn, you got a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You're no longer being held back. Things can move forward pretty quickly, and you're feeling prepared for it. If you're looking to be in a committed relationship, that could happen relatively soon, and a well-functioning relationship at that. What's he panting about? Is it hot in here? Oh, love on lockdown. Yes, you can use anything of mine. I don't care. Whatever you want. Whatever you want, you can use. That's Cupid. He's the one that does that TV show. Now, I have a clip that I'm supposed to post. I've been trying to post it. I'm having an issue trying to get it open. Anyhow, as soon as I figure it out. I'm not great with technology. Lita, the jobs that I told you I applied for, I didn't qualify for. I applied for 2 more tonight. Will I qualify for these? You're getting a job. So, yeah, you got to get something. It's been showing that you're getting a job. So, I'm not so concerned because as long as it's been consistent that a job is coming in, you got to get something. Let's see. Yeah, you're getting a job, like, relatively, like, within the next couple of weeks. Talia, how will tomorrow go with BP? Okay, tomorrow looks good. It looks like you got the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities, Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility, growth, change, and transformation. Feeling prepared, things move forward, nobody's holding themselves back. Things should go well tomorrow, success comes in. Cece, what does M think of me? Thinks that you're a kind, caring person, thinks that you're loyal, reliable, independent, well-grounded. May think that you have an outgoing, perseverant personality and that you have a lot of potential for the future. Oh, thank you, Vicky. I like this one. I like it. Who's he barking at? I'm watching these shows. I survived, right? And now I'm afraid of everything. The Instacart guy, the mailman. Like, you never know what's happening here. Dylan, lay down. Like, you can't trust anyone. Even one lady, her brother came in and killed everyone. Can't even trust your family members. Noonet, Bernard's current thoughts about me. His current feelings, he thinks that you're successful, smart, intelligent, thinks that you're outgoing, funny, you have a good personality, and that you're attractive. Things between you and him could heat up pretty quickly and change for the better fast. So let's see what that's all about. Noonet, Krishan's current thoughts of me. Okay, Krishan thinks that you're very intelligent, smart. There may be communication that comes in out of the blue or picks up out of the blue. Thinks that you're hardworking, sincere, intelligent. Thinks that you're attractive. The love cup here is full. It also could be, I think that he could be like long-term. Like there could be a long-term between you and him at some point. Maybe not right away, maybe not right now, but I think that there's potential around you and him. I know looking for a job, it's very stressful. It's very stressful. And I remember before Avery was born, I thought, well, maybe if I get a job working in a daycare, I could take her to work with me, you know, and it would be like, I wouldn't have to go somewhere else and drop her off, you know. But this was all like before COVID. And nobody would hire me at the daycare. Like, you have 16-year-olds that work here. Like, you're not going to hire me? I'm an adult. But I interviewed for like 3 or 4 daycares and nobody hired me. I was starting to think there was something really wrong with me. But I'm like, I'm responsible. I've been working my entire life. Like, why isn't anybody hiring me? Yeah, it's not good. It's not good when you feel like that. But then I was like, you know what? You're meant to do something else. You're not meant to go back to that kind of, you know, like I did that. Hustle from one job to the next, and how many hours I can fit in one day. Anyhow. But I know how stressful it is. Sepia, general. Okay, perseverance pays off. Maybe paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan that makes you feel relief. Anxiety moves into the past. Might be feeling undecided about something. That's fine. Don't make any decisions until you're ready. Hard work that you put into your new job, school, business, work, whatever it is you do all day, will come back to you and life is starting to move forward. Cause for celebration comes in around a Capricorn, probably around mid-November. World is at your feet and you might see some good karma come back to you. Shonda, will I find out the owner of the two? Oh my God, that's terrible. Holy shit, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh my God. Why? Why do people let their dogs out without a leash? Why? I can't understand it. for everyone's protection. You know, the dogs shouldn't be out like that. I mean, because they could get hit by a car. I think you will. Yeah, I think you will find the person. TE. Was Alicia's indirects on social media about me? No, I don't think so. I'm only getting a 33% chance yes. So I don't think it was about you. If there were more than one, something could have involved you. But no, I don't think they were specifically all about you. Sepia Love. Next relationship you enter should be very well balanced. Things are moving forward. Anxiety is moving into the past. And you got the Magician here, the ability to manifest new opportunities. You got an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, but you also have a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Things could change around love for you for the better quickly. You may be moving on to greener pastures. You may be feeling like, hey, I'm going to listen to my intuition and I'm going to do what I need to do for myself. You might be exploring options, but you're prepared. You're well prepared. And things could move forward pretty quickly for you in the love department. If you're looking for a committed relationship, I would say sometime before the end of the year, you can find yourself in one. Julie, do you see the nursing director promoting me to supervisor within 6 months to a year? Yes, that can definitely happen. Dylan. And Dylan loves cats. So, well, we have a lot of stray cats around here, but they want no part of him. But around the corner, there's 5 buildings here. So the building around the corner, that one of the guys, he lives there with his family, but it was his cat when he was, I think it was his cat growing up. And it was really old at the time. And it used to love to come outside and sit on, like, in the creek, like on one of the rocks and just watch things. And sometimes he would be outside, he'd be under one of the cars. And his name was Mr. Gray. And he was really cute. And he wanted no part of Dylan. But Dylan really wanted, he just wanted him to come over and say hello. And if Dylan would spot him under the car, Dylan would cry until he came out. And it was so funny because the cat would come out and you would see that he was like annoyed. And he would say hello to Dylan and then he would run off. But Dylan was fine with that. He just wanted to just say hello to me and then I'll leave you alone. I have a picture. I have a couple of pictures of them together. Really cute. Where's he going? TE, is Alicia jealous of me? What's his problem? What is he barking at? Yeah, I do think she's a little jealous. Yeah. Let me go see what this guy needs. I'll be right back. What's going on? What's going on, my boy? What's happening? Show me what's wrong. Need some water? I'll make sure it's there. Oh, damn it. Hang on, I'll be right back. I gotta run him out quickly. Oh, sorry about that. The vet said that he's on a steroid, and she said that it would make him have to pee a lot. Anyhow, he only has one more day on it, thank God. Thank God. Seppi, I still haven't heard from William the Capricorn. What's he thinking and what's next? Well, there's a new journey on the horizon. Negativity is moving into the past and stability is coming in. He's thinking about life. He really is. He's got a lot of soul searching to do. He knows he's not happy with where he is, but yet he's a little afraid of what, of what it means for him to get out of that situation. I would say you're probably going to hear from him relatively soon, maybe within the next week or so. Could be fast communication. The world is at your feet. Ultimately, it's going to be your decision. But he is looking to move forward with you. Or he will be in the very near future. It's a tough situation. That's a tough situation. But let's see what happens. Maybe he does something that impresses us. I have faith in him. Maybe he'll make the right decision, to end things, which is, if you're not happy, like, what are you doing? Life is too short for this shit. Liz, the next 24 hours. Next 24 hours. Things change for you for the better quickly. Happiness comes in when you listen to your intuition. Anxiety moves into the past. No longer feeling stuck. Could be spending time with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You have an Aries around too. So it could be two separate people. Julie, do you see any issues there being as a charge nurse or nurse supervisor? You know what I mean. Okay, let's see. Your career looks good. I wouldn't worry about anything. Not right now. Things look good. Shonda, I don't blame you. That's awful. It's fucking awful. Oh, God. It's like there's nothing worse. Like, that's really one of the worst things that can happen is when you lose an animal. The only thing that I can say about it, and I mean, is that there are other animals out there that need homes, and it doesn't open up your home to another animal if you're up for that, which is what I've always done. I just felt like I couldn't live without a dog. I needed to have a dog. I also feel very safe with a dog around. Anyway, but it is so, it's fucking horrible. It's horrible. And I don't even know, like what's worse. Like, when Brandy got old, which I had her from the time I got her when I was, for my 12th birthday. I had her until I was 26. I couldn't even make the appointment. I couldn't make the appointment. One of my coworkers made the appointment, and I was going to Florida for a wedding, and I didn't even know when the appointment was going to be. My best friend and my boyfriend at the time were taking her. So I left for Florida. I missed my flight. Had to take a later flight. The whole thing was a disaster. And I knew that when I came home, she was going to be gone. Fucking awful. Kayla was different. But I just think the death of a pet is just, it's terrible. It's terrible. And then especially, that he was killed. God. Brianna, reading for tomorrow, including work. Well, it looks like tomorrow should be a pretty good day. Things change for you for the better quickly. Feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain, you can breathe a sigh of relief. The world is at your feet. Slow and steady wins the race tomorrow. Don't rush. Take your time with whatever it is that needs to be done, especially around work. But it does look like you have a Capricorn, not a Capricorn, a Cancer around that could be of significance. Something should happen tomorrow that makes you very happy. It looks like things start to move forward. You have a new venture on the horizon, and you even have some time for yourself. So tomorrow looks like a pretty good day. Tomorrow at work, don't rush to do anything. Take your time, and it should be a productive day. Speak knowledge. Did Jasmine think about me today? Yes, I believe she did. Brianna, reading on what I can expect for the rest of the week. Reading for the rest of the week. Pretty good week. Your intuition is heightened, so definitely listen to it. The hard work that you put in around work, school, or business will come back to you. Eight of Pentacles could be going back to school, learning a new area of study. Could be for business, could be for pleasure, or it could be on the job training. But whatever it is, it's positive. Cause for celebration comes in by the week's end. You may be spending time with a Scorpio. You may also be Scorpio or a Sagittarius, or both. It also looks like lay down the law, set up boundaries. Don't let anyone take advantage of you. The weight of the world slips off your shoulders, and you got money coming in. Cece, when will E and I hang out next? Probably the first week of November. I'm going to say first week of November. Ace would be like the beginning of November. Julie, my mom get a rent check for the tenant. Was the 9/10 rent check stolen by someone? They cashed it. Oh, Jesus. They cashed it on the 23rd. My mom get... Okay. I think that she's going to get another rent check. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with this nonsense. If it was stolen, I mean, like, how dumb are people? Like, you're going to go into a bank and you're going to cash somebody else's check and you're on camera? Like, that, you're really dumb. Like, you're going to get caught. Unless they went to one of those check cashing places. But you still have to show ID, right? Yeah, I think that it's going to get taken care of. And the rent guy will pay, or whatever it is, it's going to work itself out. She's not going to be out the money, let's put it that way. Essence, is Angelo Perry Jr. coming back into my life? Yes, I believe he is. Dylan, what is wrong with you? I don't know what it is that you need. Are you hungry again? Come on, you gotta stop. It's time to lay down. You want some water? You better stop it. Did I skip Ronnie? Has my boss been harassing HR about me returning, or return date. Not really. Not really. They may have brought it up once or twice, but I think that they're kind of pulling their energy back from the situation because I think that they may be afraid. This is a medical thing. You know, she's got no right. Or he, I forgot if it's a guy or a girl. But, yeah, she's got to not have, yeah, she's too bad. Too bad. HR can't bring you back earlier. Got to go back when the doctor says you can go back. Rimmel, general. You've got negativity is moving into the past. If you recently had a disagreement or a dispute or an argument with somebody, it's going to resolve itself, move into the past. Anxiety is moving into the past. Feeling a little bit more grounded and stable around financials or around work. Also looks like a wish is about to come true. Communication may come in out of the blue from somebody you've been hoping to hear from. It also looks like your perseverance pays off, and you may be coming up with a side hustle that brings in extra money. Could be spending time with a Capricorn, which could be of significance. Davy, love. Okay, romance should be heating up and things should change for you for the better quickly. All of a sudden, things could move forward with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You may feel like you're no longer holding yourself back. You got a new journey on the horizon. Something should happen this week around love that makes you happy, and your perseverance pays off. Sepia, William. When will I hear from William? Okay, let's see. I would say within the next 4 to 7 days. Pretty soon you should hear from him. John, career the next 10 days. Things could move forward quickly. When somebody makes you an offer that would be hard to turn down, the hard work you put in will come back to you. Looks like you got a little good karma coming in around your business too. That's a good thing. Tiffany, November read. Anxiety moves into the past. You could be working on a creative project that you get a lot out of. A wish comes true. You may have stable, reliable business relationships or contacts or customers or whoever they are that you work with in the month of November. Very focused on business, and it should pay off. A disappointment moves into the past. Communication comes in from somebody you've been hoping to hear from. It also looks like your love life may be improving in November. If you're not in a committed relationship, you could enter one. If you are in one, things look good. There's a new journey on the horizon around love. T-Vet, love. You've got a new beginning on the horizon, and you've got some luck coming in. You may be walking away from somebody that you feel no longer serves you. An earth sign comes in, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, moving on to greener pastures and feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain. You've got a committed relationship coming in if you're not in one right now, and you're prepared for it, and cause for celebration comes in around that. It looks like passion's coming in. A Virgo enters. A Leo is around, and the Empress. Love, money, abundance, fertility. Be careful with that card if you don't want children right now. Sepia, me, and Jonathan. Any hope for us? Things could change for the better quickly when communication comes in. Being guided by the divine, he shouldn't be holding himself back so much. There should be communication that comes in at some point relatively soon. Maybe before the fall ends. Before we hit the winter. Yeah, there's still hope for him. The other guy looks like things could happen with him faster. But that you could turn him down, you know. Essence is Tavis Harvey, my twin flame. No, I don't believe that's your twin flame. Speak knowledge. Will Jasmine reach out this week? Playing hard to get. Yeah, I would say within the next 7 to 9 days you should hear from her. Elizabeth. General read for the rest of the month. You might be walking away from somebody or something that you feel no longer serves you. Things change for the better for you quickly. Life is moving forward quickly, and you're no longer holding yourself back. Perseverance around work, school, business, whatever you do all day pays off. Cause for celebration comes in. Feeling well prepared for a love connection to move forward. If you're not with anyone right now, a Gemini could be coming in, a Virgo, and a Capricorn are around you. A Leo, we got a Leo here too. Shit, you got options. Anyhow, it looks like you got some money coming in. And feeling a little bit more balanced, like life has come back to balance. Where did he go? Julie, do we know the person that took the check, and was it taken at our home? It's possible that the person who took it wasn't the person who cashed it. Like, so if you went into the bank at Chase Bank and you cashed a check, like you have to have an account there. They got to know who you are. You can't just go in there and cash a check. This person's an idiot. This person's going to get caught. Okay, do we know the person that took the check? I think you know the person that took the check. Did they take it out of the home? Like, that's a big deal. I would call Chase. I mean, I'm sure you already have. And have them look it up. They can figure out who it is. I think it was taken out of the home. I think this person's going to get caught. You know, like, I can't go in and cash a check for, you know, Jane Smith. What is this guy's problem? Dylan, what is happening to you? What is wrong with you? Are you hungry? You ate. What is wrong? Show me what's wrong. What is wrong? You have to go out again? Jesus Christ. Where's my hoodie? All right, you gotta go fast. Come on, let's go quickly. I like when we can do rush. right, hopefully we won't have any more interruptions. Oh. Anyhow, I'm back. Hopefully he's not gonna bother me again. He's going to bed. He's going to bed. That person with the check, they're gonna get caught, and it's not gonna be good. Essence, general read for the rest of the month. Got a new journey on the horizon. Negativity is moving into the past. A fire sign enters. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Feeling as if you've made it to the top of the mountain, you can breathe a sigh of relief. You got success coming in around work, school, business, whatever it is that you do all day. And you're headed towards the 10 cups being full. It should be a pretty good rest of the month. I know we're almost at the end of it, but it should be a good rest of the month. UAF, general regarding side project. A disappointment around it moves into the past. There's growth, change, and transformation that comes in for the better around it. No longer holding yourself back. Being very focused on it brings life back into balance. Listen to your intuition. Things move forward. Perseverance pays off. I don't know what kind of a project it is, but it looks like if you don't give up on it, your hard work will pay off. I would keep working on it. It looks like it's going to be successful. John, in what way is the Taurus thinking of me, and what happens in general with her? Well, I think that she sees you as a romantic interest. I don't know where you guys are right now, but with Knight of Cups, I would say she sees you or thinks of you as a romantic interest. But it does look like the relationship is like, there may be, I don't know if you're going to want to get back involved with this person, because you got the Lovers in reverse. So I don't remember where you guys are right now, but you might be feeling like Taurus may want things to move forward quicker, and you may feel like, I'm not so sure right now. You may be the one making the decision against it. There's also the Emperor in reverse, which makes me a little nervous, because that could be somebody who's quite manipulating or who's trying to manipulate the situation. So I would be cautious with her. I don't know what your relationship is like now, but I would be careful that she's not trying to manipulate you into something. I think you're a step ahead of her, though. Like, I think that you already see that, or you've seen that side of her. She comes back, I think, as a romantic interest, or that's how. What happens in general with her, aside from you, she may be very focused on money or career right now. She's got a new job opportunity around that may be bringing in extra money. She also may feel like the timing around everything is bad. I don't know why that is, but she's got Judgment in reverse. Now, she also has the Hermit in reverse. So, Hermit in reverse, if you call her out on, or if you were to try to call her out on any bullshit, she wouldn't take responsibility for it. She probably wouldn't talk about it, because Hermit in reverse is like, yeah, I know you're right, but I'm not going to admit it, or I don't want to hear it, so I'm going to avoid talking about it. She looks like, I mean, the new job opportunity or the business stuff looks like it's okay, but she doesn't come up as a very strong or secure person. She comes up with somebody that needs a lot of outside attention and needs a lot of validation from other people. So maybe that's why Judgment's in reverse. It's not a good time around her. It's, yeah, I don't know. She's not, she may be a lot of work. Let's put it that way. And she could be pretty exhausting, and you might feel like, I don't want to do this. But we'll see. Let's see what happens. Speak knowledge. If I text Jasmine that I miss her, what will be her response? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Because what is she going to say to that? Like, in order to miss somebody, you need to not see them for a really long time. Like, to miss somebody, right? Like, somebody that you haven't seen in a real, not somebody that you just didn't see 3 days ago. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you say something like that, it kind of lowers, I feel like it brings you down and it brings them up. Um, I don't think you're going to get the response that you want because the Ten of Swords is here, but you know, like I hate that phrase, I miss you, because you like it. How do you miss somebody when you've like they've recently been in your life? Do you know what I mean? Like you miss people. Like I miss people that like my grandfather because he died 20 years ago. Like I miss him. But somebody that I just saw 3 days ago, do I really miss them? Or do I want them around me because I want, like, when you're attached to somebody and you need them around you or you need them to be in contact with you and you need that constant, you know, back and forth, it becomes kind of codependent and it's, I don't want to say it's unhealthy. I don't think it's unhealthy or not necessarily unhealthy, but nobody wants to be responsible for somebody else's happiness and it becomes too much to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like I get a lot of people that are like, well, I just need him to call me every day and I need him to text me every day and I just need to FaceTime him every day. And sometimes like there's just not enough time in the day for all that stuff, right? So when you tell somebody I miss you, it's almost like you're putting it on them that you have to do something to make me happy. I don't want to feel like I miss you anymore, so you better figure out what it is you need to do to fix what's wrong with me. So I wouldn't do it. That's my opinion. I don't think you're going to get the result that you want with the Ten of Swords. But I would be very reluctant to tell anybody to say something like that unless it's somebody that they haven't seen in like, haven't seen somebody in a year. Hey, I've been missing you. Let's get together for lunch. That's different. But somebody who you talk to pretty frequently or you see them pretty frequently, I wouldn't use that. And the worst too would be if she didn't respond to it. That's why I wouldn't ever tell anyone to say anything of significance through text message. If you wanted to say something about your relationship with her in person, then that's different. But I still wouldn't use the I miss you. Davy, general. You get a creative project or a creative hobby that you may be spending a lot of time working on that you might get a lot out of. It looks like you have travel coming in. Could be spending time with a Six of Cups person, somebody from your past may be returning. Feeling prepared and excited for the future. A Virgo comes in. It also looks like you got money coming in. The love cup is full and you're not holding yourself back. Could have a new job or business opportunity on the horizon that brings in some nice money. Being guided by the divine could bring in a Leo. Julie. Okay. All right. We'll email you back after this. UAF general regarding the alternative apartment building offered. Looks good. Disappointment moves into the past. Things could move forward quickly. Have a little bit of patience. Things could fall into place nicely around it. Listen to your intuition. It doesn't look like a bad place at all. And if the money is good, got to wish around like money around it. Anxiety moves into the past. It looks like a decent place. If it's less money, I would go for it. Yeah, it looks like it's comparable. Dylan has a hematoma in his ear. And I think that this vet here is a shyster. Um, but I'm mad at my other vet because remember when he had kennel cough and they didn't call me back? I'm mad at them. Anyway, um, so I had to take him to this one regardless because it's open on Saturday. Um, and they wanted to do surgery, $1,500. And I was like, wait a minute. I had a Weimaraner who had big ears. Like her ears were like that big. And she had a huge hematoma in it. It was like half the size of her ear. And my vet, who has since retired, and I love him, and I'm so upset that he's not there anymore. He said, he's like, most likely it's going to go away by itself. Her ear could be a little bit deformed, but she's 10 years old. What do you care, right? It's like, if you want to do surgery, we can do surgery, but give it a week and let's see if it starts to go down. In a week's time, it started to go down and we never did the surgery. But when I went there this time, to this stupid vet, first they wanted to do surgery. I was like, hey, wait a minute. Last time my dog had a hematoma, we did nothing. They gave me steroids. They gave me antibiotics. They gave me, there was 3 things that they gave me. Then they gave me a big, huge plastic cone so that he doesn't shake his head, right? He shook the cone off his head before we got out of the examination office. So what, do you want to know where the cone is? It's on the floor over there holding laundry. That's where the cone is. Anyway, I don't think he needed all this shit. And I don't think he needed anything. I think that the hematoma would have gone away on its own. But $300 later, and she said, she's like, he's going to have to pee a lot. And the steroid's going to make him hungry. So anyway, that's why we were outside 7 times. I should have just listened to my intuition and took him home and said, you know what, it's going to go away on its own. We don't have to fuck around with this nonsense. But I always feel like, let me just have him taking a look at, you know. You asked, so move-in date is next week and no agreement. We call them, they tell us it won't be available till the day we need to move in. I mean, what? I don't understand. Don't you sign the lease before you move in? I mean, it's a long time since I had to sign a lease. But I remember meeting at the realtor's office like weeks before we were moving in. Or like a couple of weeks. The alternative apartment seems fine. Like, it doesn't seem like it's a big deal. Not much of a difference between the 2 apartments. But I don't like that they're making you wait until the day you move in. I never heard of such a thing. Speak knowledge. If I call Jasmine tonight, will she answer? I think she'll answer, yeah. John. Me and the Taurus, there's no communication at all. I haven't spoke with her in a long time. If and when she contacts, will she be developed? No positive outcome about having a happy ending. Well, I mean, there's always a possibility that things could change. And if enough time goes by and she goes through like life experience, it can change her for the better. So yeah, I believe that's possible. But right now, the way that she comes up as very, like it's all about me and what other people can do to make me feel good. And I don't know that that's going to work for you. Like, it might have worked at one point, way back when, but I don't know if she returns, if you're going to want to go back to that kind of a situation. Because it's a lot of work, right? It's a lot of work. It's like she always wants to be validated, or she wants validation from other people. I think there could be potential at some point. I do think you're going to hear from her again. But I can't swear to the fact, like, the way that the situation reads, by the time she comes back, it seems like she's looking for the same relationship that she had with you way back when. But by the time she comes back, it's like you moved past that or you've outgrown it. So I don't think that you're going to be the one, like you'll be the one that makes the decision. Do I want to go back to this or no? Now, sometimes you have to go back. Sometimes you just have to go back for yourself. Like, I have to relive this. I have to see if this is what I want. This is something that I wanted for so long. Here's my chance. Now I got to give it a shot. And then you go from there, see how it is. Unfortunately, I see a lot of times when people are in similar situations, when the person comes back, the magic is gone. And it's like, you know what? I don't want to do this. But you can't really answer that until you get there. You're going to have to see how it feels at that time. Because right now, or just like the way the situations usually are, when the person is not back, it seems like, oh, well, of course I would want to have a good relationship with them. We never had a chance to have that relationship. But when they come back, it's like, then you feel differently. So let's see what happens when we get there. She does seem manipulative, yeah. I mean, it doesn't mean that you can't have a relationship with her. It's going to be it's like a relationship where you're always going to have to be, like, doing for her. Like, you're always going to have to be praising her and, whatever it is. And it's going to be a lot of work. And it's going to be a relationship that's going to be, it's going to be tough to keep it in balance. And general for work. General for work. You've got money coming in. Nice money coming in. Feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain, you can breathe a sigh of relief. Weight of the world slips off your shoulders. Anxiety moves into the past. You've got a wish that comes true around work. Things should be moving forward nicely. Lydia, Capricorn, Matthew 28. It's been on my Facebook all day. Wants to meet me. Okay, let's see. He does want to meet you. And he is looking to explore the connection. I don't see a committed relationship here, but you could be hanging out, you could be hooking up, you could be spending time together. You could have fun with it. I don't see any reason why not. Go for it. UAF, will PF and I run into each other in T? I think that you will run into each other at some point, yeah. Lydia, is Obed the Leo thinking of me? And does he miss me? He does miss you. He is thinking about you, and you're probably going to hear from him soon. Love Tulip. How is NJ feeling about us 1 month from now? Pretty good. Feels like the relationship is a little bit more stable. May feel like it's well functioning. Feels like things have changed for the better quickly. And may feel like things are moving forward nicely. Julia. Yeah, my day was, it was all right. I hope yours was good. I cleaned a lot of the house. I didn't get to my bedroom, but I feel like I got some cleaning done. So that was good. I just need one answer. Is RM the Gemini guy on social media? Is RM the Gemini guy on social media? Yes, I think he is the guy on social media. Cinnamon, how'd my weekend go? It should go really well. It looks like things move forward quickly. Perseverance pays off. You're no longer holding yourself back. The hard work you put in comes back to you. Could be hanging out with a Capricorn. Could also hang out with somebody from your past, or somebody from your past you could reconnect with, and somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Miss Billy, will my job try to let me go after I return to work in 5 weeks? I don't think they're going to try to let you go. Jay, general between me and Brianna for the rest of October. Pretty good. Looks like communication picks up. Cause for celebration comes in. You may be spending some time together. You may feel like romance has picked up and some good luck comes in. Now, will I be offered the Canab project? Yes, I think you will be offered it. Ollie, what is my crush feeling towards me currently? May think that you're a kind, caring, successful person. May think that you're well-grounded, stable, and ambitious. Anonymous, what's going to happen next after the conversation that me and Jaden had last night? Doesn't look like anything happens. It looks like everything sort of stays the same. Listen to your intuition. Slow and steady wins the race. I think everything is going to stay the way it is. I don't think much is going to change. I don't know what the conversation was about, but it looks like everything stays the same. Oh, hi, J.A. Thanks for stopping in. T-Vet, general for my side business. Looks good. You could have some nice money coming in, feeling successful, feeling like you're paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, or putting money aside for something. A new journey's on the horizon. A disappointment moves into the past. I would keep working on it. I would keep putting in time and effort because I think it'll pay off. Empress, what are A's next actions towards me? Communication comes in, but it's slow and steady to come in. And you might not hear from this person right away, but eventually you may get a message or a phone call. And then communication may pick up. Sarah, what is F's intentions towards me? Well, this person looks like they have a wish around the situation. They're looking for happiness. I would say at the very least, this person should be intending on picking up communication or reaching out or getting communication rolling at the very least. Once that's established, then they'll go from there. But they're at least looking for communication to start. Reactions by L. You just want a general, just no specific question? Okay, it looks like the love cup is full. So if you're in a relationship right now, the relationship could be heating up with some passion and love. If you're not in a relationship, an air sign could come in, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Looks like you're no longer holding yourself back. You could be thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. Could be for business, could be for pleasure, but whatever it is, it would be positive. Looks like cause for celebration comes in around a new social circle, or you may have some new people that come in. A Libra comes in, a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. An old wound is starting to heal and move into the past. Once it's healed, it moves into the past. You don't ever have to relive it again. That's it. It's over. It's done with. You got a wish. Put it out into the universe. Got some money coming in. Balance is coming back to your life. And you might be feeling like, you know what? It may be slow and steady wins the race, but life is moving on to greener pastures. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. It will serve you well. Oh, you like this one? This one I just got. I have ordered 2 other ones, and I'm excited for them. I don't know why. It's like a new toy. I didn't even take it off, but I went to go walk the dog. But you know, it's dark out, and I had a hoodie on, so nobody's outside now. And like, how stupid. It's like I'm on the internet wearing it, but I don't want to walk outside. Stupid. Anyhow, Amazon. They're like, I was on there looking yesterday. I'm like, I got to brighten up my wig wardrobe. I think I'm up to Vicky. Intentions this weekend after the text tonight. I would say this weekend more communication could come in. I don't see much else. Looks like a little communication could come in over the weekend, but otherwise you might be feeling kind of stuck, or you may feel like things aren't moving forward quickly, like the other person is just not putting in enough effort right now, or they're lacking perseverance. It also could be a timing issue, just maybe a shitty time. I think I'm up to UAF. General regarding GH Gym. It looks like negativity around the place moves into the past. Maybe feeling undecided about an offer that they make you, or a package or a deal or whatever it is. Don't make any decisions until you're ready. Don't let them bully you into anything if that's what's going to happen, because sometimes they could be persuasive. But it does look like working out there or using the facility serves you well. You feel like you made it to the top of the mountain and you're seeing success. I would say just watch out that they don't try to bully you into selling you some kind of nonsense that you don't really need. John, any new love coming in November? Could have a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. A new beginning is on the horizon, maybe with a Cancer. Looks like you're not holding yourself back, but you could have choices. You may have an Aquarius around. Next relationship you enter should come in out of the blue, be like a very well-functioning relationship, and you could meet them in November. I would say water sign, possibly a Cancer, and also could be an Aquarius. Lita, general for November. It looks like you could have a new love thing happening here. A new love connection could happen in November. The hard work you put in comes back to you. Maybe with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, passion could heat up. Looks like you might be thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study, but also if you start a new job, it could be on-the-job training. Whatever it is, it's positive. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care serves you well. No longer holding yourself back. And then it looks like things change for you for the better quickly. Could hear from somebody that you've been hoping to hear from. Weight of the world slips off your shoulders. John, general for November. Okay, it looks like you've got, I'm stepping into my own self-courage, my own strength, and I'm taking charge of things. With that, a wish comes true and happiness comes out over your life. Then you're taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You could have a Scorpio around that may be of significance, and you may have some stable business relationships coming in. It looks like you could be moving homes, changing homes, or upgrading your home. It also looks like at the Empress here, love, money, abundance, fertility. Be careful with that card if you don't want children right now. Oh, excuse me. You might be making a decision to walk away from somebody or something that you feel no longer serves you. You can be very focused on your business and that pays off. The world is at your feet. November should be a pretty good month. Speak knowledge. Jasmine blocked me from the phone call. You just tried to call and you think that she's blocked your number? I don't think that she blocked you, but you know what? I wouldn't reach out to her until you hear from her. She may have put you to voicemail or something, yeah. But I mean, you know, that sounds bad, right? Like, oh, she put me to voicemail. But sometimes you're in a situation where you can't answer the phone, right? So it doesn't always have to be terrible. I wouldn't reach out to her again, though. I wait to hear from her. Let her reach out to you. Julie, will C put in any effort in the month from now? Or will he notice when I'm actually out on the look? Okay, let's see. I think you are going to see him putting in a little bit more effort. Maybe over the next like 4 to 6 weeks. I don't know if it's because he thinks that you're out on the look or just because, you know, he wants to keep you in his life. There's no doubt about that. But he just doesn't always do the right thing. But I think you're going to see more from him. Essence, when can I expect to hear from Angelo? I would say sometime before the end of the year, within the next 3 months. Diamonds would be the winter. So it would be probably sometime after December 21st. End of the year kind of time. Oh, Vicky, I'm not telling you what color they are. Just I have 2 new ones coming. I don't know when they're coming, though. I think not until like over the weekend. I'm running out of colors. There was one that I saw that I really liked way back when. It was like blonde and orange. And then there was one that I saw today that was, it was like blonde up to here. And then the rest was like a light blue. And I was like, oh, I really like that. But then I was like, I got so many blue ones. Anyway, you'll see. The wig thing, I mean, I had no intentions of wearing wigs. This was totally accidental, the way it happened. One of my friends bought me that green one, the darker green one. She was like, just try this and see what you could do with it. And then I wore it, and she was like, my God. She's like, I loved it. So she just started buying me them. She bought me the blue one, she bought me the red one, the purple one. the blue and pink one. And then my brother thought it was funny, so then he started. So that's how it happened. Anyway. Ronnie, so I just heard my boss is threatening to go out on... Oh my God. Oh my God. What a loser. No. She's not serious, or it's not going to happen, or it could be both. She's pathetic. She's pathetic. Beyond pathetic. Lady, love general. Okay, you've got maybe making a decision to walk away from something or someone that you feel no longer works for you anymore. You may feel like this isn't working, so I'm not going to do it anymore. You have the sun in reverse, which means happiness is coming in and around your love life. It just may take a minute to get there. So once you make the decision to leave whatever that is in the past, balance returns to your life. And then you've got a new journey on the horizon, and it could be with the Sagittarius. The hard work that you put into love will come back to you in your next relationship. If you're not in one right now, could be with the Sagittarius. Could also be with the Four of Cups person, which would be somebody who's in your world right now, but you haven't taken notice of them. You have divine guidance that's guiding your love life, and a wish is about to come true. So it looks like love life is moving forward. Ronnie, general for November. You may be feeling a little bit more balanced and like you're stepping into your own strength in the month of November. Perseverance pays off. You could be working on a creative project of some type that you get a lot out of. It also looks like you may be feeling just overall like success and like I've made it to the top of the mountain. You may start to feel like I'm moving forward, like I'm starting to heal, or I'm starting to move forward with life. You got here a side hustle that could be bringing in extra money, and you have a Scorpio that comes in that could be of significance. You also have an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, that could be of significance. You're no longer holding yourself back in the month of November. Julie, can you check to see if the new person who originally took the check will get in trouble? I would think that they have to get in trouble. I mean, you can't go in and cash somebody else's check. Like, I'm pretty sure that's like a pretty big crime, like credit card fraud, right? You can't steal somebody's check. I'm pretty sure that this person's going to get in trouble. I don't see how they could not. I mean, think about it. You go into a bank, you're on camera, right? You have to use your bank account and your deposit slip in order to deposit the check, right? So you're on camera, somebody's standing in front of you cashing a check, and that's not you. I mean, it's been so long since I've had to actually go to the bank. But I think you got to give them, if you don't have I think you got to give them your ID. So how could you be cashing somebody else's check? I mean, when I worked for A&P, if you wanted to pay for your groceries with a check, you had to give me your driver's license. So you couldn't show up with Susie Smith check and, you know, Jane Doe's ID, because we would be like, well, that's not you. We're not taking it. Whose check is this? Now, there were some circumstances where the people were shopping with us for years, and we know that that's the daughter and that's the mother. That's different. But you can't go into, that doesn't fly at a bank account. No, this person's going to get caught. Absolutely. Can't rip off someone's check and get away with it. You can steal cash, but you can't steal a check What if this person is really not thinking things through? And then what are they going to say? Oh, I didn't mean to. It was an accident. How'd you accidentally cash a check that wasn't made out to you? How's that an accident? I don't know. I can't imagine what they're going to say about it. The whole thing is just very odd. Unless it was like a kid, like a stupid kid that didn't know. No, it can't be because the bank teller wouldn't cash it. Denise, what does Vincent feel remorseful about when it comes to me? I don't see him feeling remorse at this point. I don't know what happened between the two of you, but he feels like the relationship or the situation weakened. He felt like there was negativity around. He may have felt like things were out of balance. And I think that he may have just felt like it was best to part ways. He does have indecision around, but I don't see that he feels bad about anything right now. Maybe he will in the future. Maybe there's not enough time that's passed. But he's not showing as if he's really taking responsibility for doing something wrong. Julie, will I start at Oxford on the 8th or the 15th? Okay, on the 8th. On the 15th. I think you're going to start on the 8th. Yeah, but how could you use somebody else's bank account? Like, if I go to Chase, right, and I want to deposit a check, if I don't go to the ATM, but I go in, I have to give them my debit card. So I couldn't go to like a different bank, like Bank of America. I don't have an account with them. So if I went in there, they're not going to cash the check for me. I don't know. I can't imagine how this person thought they were going to get away with it. Because I don't know of any bank that would cash a check for somebody that wasn't theirs. Or if you don't have an account, I don't think that you have the check cashed. Yeah, this person's going to get caught. And I would venture to guess that the bank teller is going to get in trouble. Because you have to look at the person's ID. You just don't cash checks. I mean, we didn't do it at the grocery store. The bank's not going to do it. Rimmel, general for December. Okay, it looks like you got negativity moving into the past. A wish comes true and life seems to move forward quickly. Water sign is around Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You could have a large sum of money headed your way. And it looks like taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care serves you well. Sagittarius enters. Your intuition is heightened. And you might feel like you're starting to see a little bit of good karma coming back to you. Red, what's up with T and his girlfriend? I don't know. Kind of looks like there may be a little anxiety around the situation. The Knight of Cups is in reverse. Somebody or both of them may be feeling like the love has run out or the interest is gone. I mean, they have divine timing here, and they could repair the relationship. There is hope here for them to work on the relationship, but there's indecision and there may be deceit around, so I don't know. And I don't know if that relationship's going to stand the test of time. Red, what's up with T and Bird? This situation looks a little bit more like negativity has moved into the past of wishes around the situation. Their relationship could be strengthening. I'm not seeing romance here, but if they're friends, if they were like long term, whatever, like if they were in a relationship and they're still in a relationship, their relationship may be fine. But I don't see a lot of romance here. So if they're just friends, I would say their relationship as friends are moving forward pretty quickly, or things are good, a wish comes true, the relationship is strengthened, there's good karma around it. I just don't see a lot of romance here, so I don't know what their relationship is. But they seem to have a lot of respect for each other, and they seem to be relatively happy. So things look okay. Denise, Vincent's current thoughts about me. Seems to think that you're a nice person who's hardworking, sincere. May also think that you're attractive, kind-hearted, grounded, and stable. They think that you're creative, intuitive, unique. They seem to have, you know, think pretty highly of you. Who here haven't I gotten to yet? Is that him in there snoring away? Listen to him. Ruby, will A reach out soon? How is she feeling around us? I don't see that this person's reaching out to you soon. So if you want to reach out to them, I would reach out to them. I wouldn't wait around. I would say that they're happy with the way things are right now, or they're complacent. They have a lot of respect for you. It seems like they think that you're kind, caring, sincere. But I wouldn't wait on them to reach out to you, because I don't know that they're going to reach out so fast. I would reach out to them if you want to get communication started, or if you want communication to pick up. Arathi, reading for how my day will go. Looks like a pretty good day. You got success coming in. You might hear from somebody you've been hoping to hear from. You got a new journey on the horizon. It looks like a pretty good day. A pretty successful day. The sun would be happiness. Something should happen today that makes you happy. Rhonda, just started a new job. How will things go for me at the job? I think you're really going to like it. So you got the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. Feeling grounded and stable, like you're being well compensated, well respected, like a wish comes true. The pay is probably good. It also looks like things are moving forward quickly, and you may be feeling like you stepped into your strength, your independence, and your courage. I think this is a good opportunity. Red, Sagittarius feelings towards me. He's in and out again. Well, he thinks that you got the Empress, so you know what that means, and the Hierophant. So he may feel like there's long-term potential around the situation. Empress doesn't get better than that when you ask how someone feels about you. Attractive. May also think that you're a little bit mysterious with the Death card. Could think there's a lot of room for growth, change, and transformation. Why he's in and out, I don't understand these guys. But his intentions, I think, are for things to move forward. He thinks that you're smart and intelligent, grounded and stable, very independent. Let's see what happens. Maybe he's just taking you for granted a little bit. See what happens with that. Because it looks like he wants things to move forward, that guy. Denise, would Vincent consider giving our connection another chance? He might. He might consider it, but it looks like it would be disappointing to you. You would be disappointed in it. At this point, I would say it would probably be better to keep your options open for somebody else, because the way this shows would be like, if you were to get back together with him, you would just relive the same situation, and it would be like, I don't want to say wasted time, because I don't think that that's fair, but it would be, it almost like it sets the clock back. If you're kind of working on moving past something or getting over something, and then you start up again and you find that you just relive the same situation again, then it's like you got to go back to square one and start over. I don't have high hopes that this is going to be a wonderful situation. And it may be better to just leave it the way it is and move forward with your life. But that's your choice. If you want to see if you can get back together, that's up to you. I mean, the cards don't suggest it's going to be a good thing. Who here have I not gotten to yet? Shane Walker. Should I listen to what my girlfriend told me tonight? I get a 70% chance, yes, you should listen to her. I don't know what she said. But it might be in your best interest to listen. I would always tell you, really, to listen to your own intuition. If, like, if it depends on, like, what she's saying. Like, if she's just giving you advice, that's, that's no big deal. Like, you take it or leave it. But if it's something that's, like, life-altering, right, I would tell you listen to your own intuition before anybody else's. Libra love. What is the outcome with me in Sagittarius by the end of Friday? What's the situation? Like, the outcome of what? I'm not sure what you mean. If you could rephrase that. Silent killer. What are the Aquarius's current feelings and actions? I would say communication comes in. This person's a little stagnant, or they may be having a very like busy week, or like the timing around them this week may not be great. So I would say you'll probably hear from them maybe sometime over the weekend or next week. It looks like they're looking, or it's in the back of their mind that they're going to reach out to you, or that communication is going to pick up. They just may not have gotten to it just yet. Just give them a little bit of time. Miss M, just a general reading. You got cause for celebration that comes in when you move forward towards greener pastures. It looks like you've got happiness that's coming out over your life. You're making a decision to walk away from something or someone that no longer serves you, and you got money coming in. Pretty good. Oh yeah, that boss or that supervisor, she's pathetic. I mean, like embarrassingly pathetic. Harsha, general for March of 2022. Looks like life is moving forward pretty quickly by then. You may be spending time with a Leo. You may be feeling very grounded and stable around finances. Negativity has moved into the past. Feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain, you can breathe a sigh of relief and you're prepared to take on the world. Things may be very busy in that month, but it looks like it's all good. Got money coming in. You've got a Sagittarius around. Cause for celebration comes in around finances. Callum, general. Okay, you've got some good luck coming in. You could have a new job or business opportunity coming in, and a new air sign may be coming in, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Looks like you could be feeling like the hard work that you put into work, school, finances, business, whatever you do all day, is coming back to you, even if it is slow and steady wins the race. It looks like you're taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. That serves you well. You have a new little venture on the horizon. Lay down the law, set up boundaries. Don't let anybody take advantage of you. If you're in a relationship, great. If you're not, you could have a water sign that comes in. And you may find yourself in a committed relationship relatively soon with a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Summer love, how does my baby's father feel about me? He's a Sagittarius. May think that you're a perseverant person who's grounded and stable. May think that you're hardworking, independent, and strong. Rimmel, how does the water sign feel about me? How does the water sign feel about me? Water sign thinks that you're smart, intelligent, hardworking, passionate, attractive, grounded, stable, intuitive, and unique. I lost my spot, hang on. I think I might be at Strength 555. Love reading for the next 2 weeks. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. A wish comes true. It could involve an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Feeling like the hard work you put into your next relationship or current relationship, if you're in one, comes back to you. Well-functioning relationship moves forward with growth, change, and transformation. You also have a Scorpio here. Soulmate connection moves forward. You also have a Gemini here. You might have options. Happiness comes out over your love life. Mihak 503, does G still have romantic feelings for me? I get a 33% chance, yes. Libra love, can you rephrase that question? I don't know what the outcome, like what are we talking about? The outcome of what? From tomorrow and Friday. The outcome, like what, I don't know what the situation is, so I can't give you an outcome if I don't know what we're talking about. Miss M, what is DA's next action towards me? I would say communication should be coming in sometime within like maybe the next 7 days. Love tulip, general. You got good karma coming back to you around work, school, or business. Could have some money coming in, and you may reconnect with an old friend from the past. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan makes you feel relief. Listen to your intuition. It also looks like you got the Four of Wands, which could be like moving homes, changing homes, or upgrading your home, entertaining at home, whatever it is, it's positive. T-Vet, I did that one about this side business, and I think I said to keep working on it, it would pay off. Carolina, why is Victoria acting different, though the group chat we have with, wait a second, why is Victoria acting different through the group chat that we have with Denise? Okay. She doesn't trust somebody. Maybe she doesn't trust Denise. She's got the devil here. She may feel like somebody has lied to her, or she's not comfortable with talking with somebody else in the group. I don't know what it is, but she feels deceived with the devil there. So that's why she's acting weird. I wouldn't take offense to her or anything. I would just make sure that you talk to her privately if you have something that you want to say to her privately, and not include it in the group thing. Like, keep between you and her. Like, you and her have separate conversation, and don't put personal stuff in that group chat. I don't know. She just might not be real comfortable with Denise. YOLO, can you tell me, am I a star seed? I'm not convinced, but I don't really get into those kind of things. The cards don't indicate that you are, but I really don't feel like that's definitely the answer. Like, I feel like, I don't know. Like, I feel like everybody's got different strengths and weaknesses, and just because the cards say no doesn't mean that you don't have something extra or something special or something different. Do you know what I mean? But it's like there's all this, like, I tend to stay away from anything that's like starseed or twin flame, because I just feel like it's, I don't know, I just feel like it's not grounded in reality. That's just kind of how I feel. Like, I feel like if you feel like you have whatever, a very strong sense of intuition, then just work with your intuition. Like, you don't have to have a title for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, just explore the things that you explore. Be good at things that you are. It's the same thing with connections with people. If you have a connection with somebody, does it really make a difference if it's karmic or if it's soulmate? Really? Does it matter? Do we know? Is it written down somewhere? Is anybody going to give me a certification that this is a certified soulmate connection? No, so who cares? You know what I'm saying? Scared. I was just with him and I forgot to tell him something. I called and he didn't answer. Will he contact me back tonight? I think he'll contact you back tonight, yeah. Maria, who would physically win a fight, C or D? C. D. I think D would. Shani, time frame on when I'll hear from Corey again. Maybe within the next 4 weeks. Stacy, how will my presentation go today? It should go well. Got a new journey on the horizon. You're not holding yourself back, and the love cup is full. It should go well. Very positive. Julie, is Prince Love account on personal website a fake one? Meaning a real person, okay. Scammers all over the place. Is Prince Love a real account? I think it's a real account. Yeah, I don't think it's a scammer. Libra, what's coming in for me and Sagittarius tomorrow and Friday? You could have some communication, but I don't see much more than that. It looks like things are a little bit stuck, but communication could pick up. I would say there's a little indecision around this situation, and you may be feeling a little like you're waiting for your ship to come in. But there could be communication, so that's positive. Lore, will it take long to restart the money making doing lashes? I don't think it'll take long. Maybe a couple of months. Jay, how's the Taurus currently feeling towards me? Thinks that you're strong, confident, sincere, grounded, stable, hardworking, and attractive. Davey, general for November. General for November. A disappointment moves into the past. Success comes in around your current job. Feeling well balanced. You got money coming in. Feeling like life has returned back to balance. And you may even be taking a road trip. Looks like communication comes in from somebody you've been hoping to hear from. Could be from a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. The weight of the world is melting off your shoulders. And you're being guided by the divine. A Taurus could enter. It also looks like taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care recharges your batteries. November should be a pretty good month. Where am I? I think I'm up to C3. How serious is this about me currently? We haven't talked about it. I would talk about it because it looks like the two of you might not be on the exact same page right now. You do have like fun spontaneity around the situation, but it doesn't look like there's like stability or like things are moving forward real quickly. The Two of Cups is in reverse, so I would say that there's not a committed relationship coming in immediately. It doesn't mean not ever, just like in the immediate. and you may be feeling like a little stuck around the situation. I would say I wouldn't count on all of a sudden being in a serious committed relationship right now. But the relationship could be fun, like you could be hanging out and having a good time, but it doesn't look like it's serious commitment. And how does Mancana feel towards me? I don't think she really likes me. Okay, let's see. Thinks that you're very smart and intelligent. Thinks like there's, no, I think that she does like you. She may be a little bit tough to deal with. She seems to have a lot of respect for you. She thinks that you're smart. She thinks you're intelligent. Cause for celebration comes in. She thinks that you're grounded and stable. But she could be a little bit not so nice. Like, I've experienced it before where I really thought that, like, I don't know, it's funny. Like, I've been in a situation before. I don't want to say too many details because, you know, it's on the internet. You never know who could see it. But I was in a situation once where people that I thought didn't like me showed up for me and went out of their way for me. And people that I thought were my friends didn't. So sometimes our perceptions aren't always so spot on. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes you might think something, but it's not true, even if you're convinced of it. So she may not come off lovey-dovey, but that might just be her personality. So I wouldn't, yeah, I wouldn't sweat it. Jay, how does the Taurus know I talked to the other girl? If so, okay, how does it make you feel? Okay, let's see. I think that she does know, or I think that she's kind of had an idea that you talk to other people, like in the vicinity, because I think she watches you. I think that it makes her a little bit jealous, and she kind of wonders why you don't talk to her, but she doesn't see what she does. She can be very standoffish. She could also be very quiet. She's also one of those people that she's kind of absorbing everything that's going on around her, even though she may not look like it. So, yeah, I don't think that she's crazy about you talking to other people, or she wonders why you're not talking to her. But she's not as approachable, and the other girl is, and the other girl is more vocal, so that's why it is. But, yeah, I don't think that she cares for it. Red, does T use P as a crutch to avoid change? Yes, absolutely. Sarah, I'm spending my 18th birthday alone next week, and I'm so sad. Is there any advice? Yeah, don't let it bother you. I spent my 18th birthday alone. I spent my 21st birthday alone. I'll tell you why. So here's the thing. When I turned 18, my birthday was in March. It was raining. It was a shitty night. Nobody wanted to be bothered, right? Well, I mean, we were 18. Where were we really going? But we could have done something. My one friend, Melissa, she was willing to hang out with me, but we didn't do anything. I think we went and we had coffee at her house. It was nothing special. My other friend was tired. She didn't want to go out, so she went home. Because it always seems to be that these summer people with their birthdays, we had to be somewhere at the beach, we had to be here, we had to be there. But my birthday, it's raining in March. Nobody wanted to be bothered. So that was that. My 21st birthday, all of my friends had gone away to college except me. So all of my friends were away at school. And my birthday happened to fall on a Monday. So I turned 21 on a Monday. I was in school. I didn't have a car. My mom had to drive me. I mean, yeah, it sucked. But you know what? It's not that it's as big of a deal as you make it. You know, it's like for some reason women tend to make a big fucking thing about birthdays, but the more that you make a bigger deal about anything, the more you're going to get let down because life happens. Like my friends weren't going to come home from college to celebrate my birthday on a Monday. It just wasn't possible. So I had to accept that that's how it was going to be. Now, summer birthday people, okay? Summer birthday people. My friend's birthday was in August. So the night before at 11:50, we were ready to be at the bar because she was turning 21 at midnight. See, when the shoe's on the other foot, it was a different story. But I just look at things like, you know what? If you make something out to be a big deal, you're going to get disappointed. If you just like, you know what? It's just another day. Like, because the truth is that you can celebrate your birthday the month before, the week before, you can celebrate it the week after. It doesn't really make a difference if it's on that day, as long as you do something. But if it has to be that day, if it has to be that guy, if it has to be that, you know, the attachment to the situation is what brings suffering, because you're always going to get disappointed. Always. Because it's just how it is. Life is disappointing. And if you allow yourself to get disappointed, you know, then, you know, like you're doing it to yourself because you're attached to the outcome. So let go of the outcome. So what? So you're turning 18. Next year you turn 19. There may be some birthdays that are really fabulous, and then there are some birthdays that aren't that great. But you know what? You can have a really awesome time on a random Wednesday afternoon with somebody that you really enjoy being with. It's not your birthday. It's not their birthday, but you have a wonderful time. You see what I mean? Like, we put such pressure on, oh, it's got to be this thing, and it has to be now. And if it's not, well, then I'm not going to be happy. And you're setting yourself up for a lifetime of being disappointed. So anyhow, that's my advice. That's my advice. Julie, how do you see my career going 1 to 2 years from now if I stay with Oxford? I'm hoping to learn from... Okay, let's see. You'll do well if you stay there. Yeah, it's like you have a wish around the situation. Things move forward quickly. Somebody there makes you an offer that would be hard to turn down. A wish comes true. Things move forward fast. The money looks good. I mean, it looks very promising. J, energy, check 1 card each. When I'll be driving for UPS, 31. That could happen at 31. 32. I don't know about 32. 33. 33. 34. 34 could be. 35. Okay, so this is what I would say. 31 comes up the highest. Then would be 33. Then would be 35. And then would be 34. And then 32. I'm going to say 31. Red, why is he afraid to move on? Because it's scary. It's more, there's safety in being comfortable and miserable than making a decision to make a change that's uncomfortable and unsettling. So they're stuck. They think about things a lot, but they're very stuck. And they may have a wish to make a change, but And they may even say that they're going to make a change, but they're afraid. They're afraid of the unknown. They'd rather be miserable and comfortable than uncomfortable and happy, which is sad that most people do that. Is there anybody here I haven't answered for yet? Oh, let me read this. This is about my friend's show. I didn't read it yet, so I don't know what it says. And I'm not really good at reading things. No, it's not that I'm not good at reading things. I know how to read. I just feel like I'm not afraid of public speaking. I'm afraid of public reading. Anyway, let me read it. Okay, it's short. The new episodes of Lockdown Living Room Comedy Show are back. See me drive Cupid wild with this season as Love on Lockdown goddess of all things to come. You'll never see a reaction like this. The drama is in full force. Don't miss all the silliness and more importantly, don't miss Cupid's hilarious interview with Bill Gower, basis of heavy rock alternative band Boy Hits Car. Sign up at asytv.com and use the code PuppetDwarf. I gotta see it. Anyway, I got a link. I gotta figure out how to undo the link so that I can post it. Anyway, he's really funny, so I'm sure it's gonna be funny. Okay, we are at LOESP. Will my microbiology class go all right next year? Yes, it should go fine. Elizabeth, does Leo, what intention does he have with me? Well, he may be a little bit undecided or not sure of what to do, but he is looking, I believe, for a committed situation to move forward that's well balanced and well functioning. He just might not be 100% there just yet because he's got a little indecision around it. Well, see, but that's the whole lesson when it comes to detachment. Anything that you're attached to will always bring suffering. So that's why, like with yoga, we always teach to practice detachment. So the detaching from the outcome of anything, detaching from whatever it is, money, objects, vacations, but because it's always going to bring suffering. So the more that something is important to you, it's like, why is it important to you? Like, why is 18 any more important than 17? Like, it really doesn't make, it's not really, like, what can you do at 18? You could buy lotto, but is that a big deal? You're going to go out and buy lotto. You know what I mean? It's like everything that you assign a meaning to has a meaning for you, but the rest of the world doesn't feel that way. Like, for example, all right, if this is like really precious to me, this rose quartz, and this is one of my most favorite possessions. If I lose this, but I'm attached to it, I'm going to suffer if I lose it. I lost my rose quartz. But if I'm not attached to it, and I'm like, you know what? Well, maybe I don't need it anymore, and the person that finds it, maybe they need it more than me, then I'm not attached to it, so I don't suffer. You know, it's the same thing with like, with everything. It's anything that you're attached to will always bring suffering, because nothing will ever live up to what you want it to be, because the rest of the world doesn't reflect back at it the same way that you do. So it's like your birthday is important to you, but may not be as important to everybody else around you. Now, if you had a big birthday party and you threw a big birthday party, would people come? Some people would come, some people wouldn't. But would you be more upset about the people that didn't come than happy about the people that do come? Because once again, you're attached to the outcome. So you have to work on detaching from those things. Otherwise, you'll find that throughout life, you're always going to be upset about something because you're attached to the outcome. You know, it's like the job's not good enough, the ring's not good enough, this isn't good enough, they didn't do enough for me here, because you're looking for outside things to make you happy. When really the idea of having another birthday is like, okay, I made it around the sun one more time. That's the celebration. You don't need a party for that. You just need to be thankful or grateful or have gratitude that I'm still here. Let's see what next year brings me. But if like, those are things that they take a lot of work. It doesn't happen overnight, because we're raised in a society where, like, you have a big huge sweet 16 party. Wasn't there a show on MTV about my stupid ass fucking outrageous ridiculous sweet 16? Or you have like a Bridezilla, where it's all about me. This is my day. I've waited my whole life for this. Meanwhile, they're 20 years old. Like, really? How long did you wait? But you can't get that in their head, and that's what happens. It brings suffering, because the dress isn't good enough. And what if it rains? And how dare it rain on my day? This is my day. It's all about me. That's why they're upset, because they're attached to the outcome. So you have to work on detaching from it. Otherwise, you're always going to be upset about something, because life is disappointing. I hate to say it, but it is. Elizabeth, why is the ex been mean with me? I think the ex is frustrated with the situation. The ex wanted something from you, and you're not giving it to them, and that's why they're being mean, because you didn't give them what they wanted. What do they want things to move forward with you? Is that what it is? Because they're angry, or they're feeling annoyed, and that's why they're being mean, because they didn't get what they wanted. It's almost kind of like a temper tantrum. Georgia, what do the cards say about SBA grant I applied for? I think you're going to get it. Got good luck around the situation, and you've got things moving forward. The hard work you put in comes back to you, success, and a wish comes true. As told by Casey. I don't see it yet. Oh, you're welcome, Sarah. You're very welcome. Thank you, thank you. Anthony, well, I hear from the Cancer, and what is the communication blockage now? You're going to hear from her eventually, yeah. The blockage is that, I mean, she's just not in the best of places, and I don't remember how you guys left off way back when. I don't remember. But she's just, like, she's not in the best place right now, and I don't think that she's looking to, like, talk about it. One day she will, though. You will speak about it with her one day. It's just not right now. It's just going to take some time. Then that's why he's being mean to you, Elizabeth. I mean, yeah, it's like he's got, like, sour grapes. Listen, social media is going to do nothing but make you miserable. Get off the social media. It's all nonsense. It's all bullshit. Social media is one of the worst things. First of all, everyone's comparing themselves to everyone else. Everybody's, like, putting up smoke and mirrors and bullshit. And I didn't even realize, like, all these, like, filters that people use. Like, I'm not that tech savvy, so I don't know. But I watched a video of that somebody was exposing, like, people that use filters, and I'm like, holy shit, they don't even look like, it doesn't even look like them. It's like how do you post these things? Like, it doesn't even look like you. Like, people that really know you have to know that that's not what you look like. Jesus. Anyway, As told by Casey, am I making the right decision keeping my boyfriend's mom away from our unborn son? He won't be born until January, but she's disrespectful and is claiming it isn't his baby. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't think that she's right. I think that she's an ass. This is what I would tell you to do. As soon as that baby's born, have a DNA test. They'll do it right there in the hospital. Because this way nobody can say it's not his. Nobody can question it. And it is what it is. And then you can shove that right up her ass. But that's a side point. What I would say is that for the best interest of the child, I don't think that it's best to cut out his grandmother. At first, I would prove it. Make sure, you know, that she knows. Listen, you could say that it's not his, but here, the blood work says otherwise. And then I would make arrangements, because I don't think that it's fair to the child that parents make decisions for them, because whether you like it or not, it's still his grandmother. And I can't tell you that I think that that's the right way to go. I would say go through the legal things, have it done legally. I would put everything, anybody that's unmarried, I would, even if you are married, because God knows what goes on, I would go through the court system and make it legal so that nobody can question it. It's on public record. Anybody can look it up, and then that's it. There's no question. And then I would rethink whether or not you want to do that, because, you know, it's like at some point this child becomes an adult and may turn around and say to you, you kept me from my father's family. And you did. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you have to look at it like it's a human being and it's not your object. And I think that parents sometimes get like that. They're like, well, I'm the mother, so I'm making the decisions. I don't like you. I don't want you around my kid, which is fine. You don't like that person. You don't want them around your kid, but it's still their grandmother. So I would work out, listen, I don't like you. I don't want you to be part of my life, but you're my boyfriend's mother. You know, like imagine if he were to say to you, I don't want your mother around the baby, or I don't want your father, or whoever. You know, it's still family, and that's the shitty part. Also, if you're going to be with this guy, you're going to be fighting with his mother forever. And you know what? Some battles are just not, it just may not be worth it. I would rethink that. But I would definitely go through the legal system, and I would make sure that his name is on the birth certificate and a DNA test is done. How are you going to tell me it's not his? DNA doesn't lie. It's either it's his or it's not. There's no in between. That's what I would do, and that's what I tell everyone. As told by Casey, once it's proven that it's his child, what can I expect her to do? I had a reader tell me that she will accuse me of faking the results. You can't fake the results. That's not possible. That's not possible. And if she were to say that to anyone, like that's just not, it's not possible. I mean, this woman she's going to be difficult to deal with always. But it doesn't change the fact that it's still his mother and it's still the child's grandmother. And if you're making the decision for the child, at some point it can come back and bite you in the ass. You know, because at some point the kid may be, well, how come I didn't know her? Oh, well, your mother didn't want you to know me. And that's going to be like a reality that you'll have to face one day. Whereas you can come in it and be like, look, this is the woman that she is. I never kept you from her, but you know who she is, right? Because she's dramatic. She lies. She makes up shit. She's deceitful. We got it. We got her number. She's also very betraying. But A lot of times mothers that have sons, it doesn't matter who the woman is, the mother doesn't like them. I'm telling you, like it's very, very rare to find a mother and a daughter-in-law that get along. I don't care what anybody says. It's just very rare. So it is what it is, right? So, it's like he's not going to stand up to his mother because that's his mother. You know what I mean? Like, there are just some things that you just can't fight. And you have to accept it for what it is. And it's going to be like this for the rest of your life because you have a child with him. But you can't, it's going to come back to you because everybody is going to make you out to be the bad guy. Your mother wouldn't let me. And that's how it's going to come back. So I would try to avoid that. I would go the opposite route. I would say, listen, you can come here and see him anytime you want. You can spend time with your son. I'm going to go do the laundry, go take a walk, whatever, so that nobody can ever say that you were the one that put a stop to it. Because in most states, I don't believe that grandparents have any rights. But once again, like I said, at some point, it could come back to you. And then what are you going to say? I didn't like her, so I didn't want her around you. I thought she was a bad person. And all those things are opinions. Do you know what I mean? Like, the kid she could be wonderful to the kid. Like that happens a lot of times. I can't stand my daughter-in-law, but I love my grandchildren. And you want to take that away from your son? Because, like at some point, he could come back to you with that. Anyhow. Simran, what should I keep in mind and be cautious of? I don't really know what you mean. Like what would you be cautious of? Like there are a lot of things to be cautious of. I would say I would be cautious of making sure that you stay on top of your schoolwork or your regular work. I would say be cautious of not doing too much partying and not getting stuff done. But I don't really know what you mean by that. Like what do you mean by what should you be cautious of? I would say make sure that you don't lag behind in your schoolwork, but I don't know if you really mean something else. It's kind of hard to answer. Like what should you be cautious of? You should be cautious of making sure you leave the house without putting out your candles. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of things that we need to be cautious of. So I'm not really sure if my answer is right. Brianna, General. You got success coming in around a new business opportunity. Did you just start a new job? I don't remember. There's success coming in around work or business, and it looks like it's a new opportunity. It also looks like you may be feeling undecided about something or someone, or you may be deciding to walk away from something or someone. Don't make any decisions until you're ready. You don't have to make any decisions if you're feeling like, hey, I'm not sure if I should do this. Don't do it. It looks like you got communication coming in out of the clear blue sky from someone you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time. You may be feeling like the hard work that you put into work, business, school is coming back to you. Anxiety is moving into the past. You also may be traveling. There could be like a road trip or something that comes up out of the blue. Leo, does Y want to be with me in the future? You get about a 33% chance, yes. Yeah, something more could happen. Yes, but it's still the baby's grandmother. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, she could be evil. She could be. I am not denying that. I don't think that she's going to hurt her son's son. I don't believe that that's what's going to happen. But, and I wouldn't leave the child alone with her if you're not comfortable. But to make the decision now that you're cutting a family member out like that, I don't think it like I don't think it's I just don't think it's going to be I don't think it's going to be beneficial to try to fight against it. I think it would be easier if you just kind of went with it and see what happens. Because, sometimes once the baby comes, now all of a sudden people don't the attitude changes. Like how many times somebody gets pregnant out of wedlock and does, I'm not going to accept this child and this, that, and the next thing. Or maybe if, the religion is that what religion we're going to follow, it's a big fight. Once a child comes, things are different. People tend to let go of all that bullshit because everybody tends to fall in love with babies, right? Have you ever known any grandmother that really says, I fucking hate my grandson and I want to hurt him? No. So she may not like you. She may always be a thorn in your side, but she's still the grandmother. And you're going to have problems with the baby's father if you don't try to get along in some way. She doesn't have to babysit. She doesn't have to be alone. But to cut her out completely, I would be cautious of that, only because it's going to be difficult, and it's going to take a toll on the relationship with you and the baby's father, because it's putting him right in the middle. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but the harder you fight against, the more resistance that you have, I think it's going to make it worse. I think it's going to make it much worse. But I wouldn't leave her alone. I wouldn't, especially if you say she's got a drinking problem. Julie, when will I start getting takers? Out of state? Oh, that's annoying. Soon, maybe within the next couple of months. Leo, does Y have the feelings for me romantically? I get a 33% chance that he's got feelings for you romantically. You may have to give the situation a little time, or it just might need to kind of grow. Kevin, you told me yesterday to look at the cards a little better, and I would see what the entity is trying to show me the pregnancy. Am I right? Okay, let's see. I think you're right, yes. I do think you're right. Is there anybody here I didn't get to yet? Yeah, like if you even say to somebody, "Oh, we rigged the DNA test," like she rigged the DNA test, they would laugh. They would be like, "You can't do that. There's a Q-tip that goes in your mouth. How do you screw that up? You put it in the wrong person's mouth?" Divine Cancer, what action can I expect from... Oh. Why do I keep feeling like today is Thursday? Well, I lost a day somewhere. I don't know what's wrong with me. Divine Cancer, what action can I expect next from Libra S? You could get some sort of a message, a text message, a direct message, some kind of a message. Mel, General, perseverance pays off and brings in some nice money. Cause for celebration comes in, a disappointment moves into the past. Could be taking a road trip. Maybe thinking about going back to school or taking a course or something. The Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. And you've got a new journey here on the horizon, and a wish comes true. Things should be moving forward for you pretty quickly. No longer holding yourself back. Sagittarius is coming in. I don't know if this is a brand new person. I can't remember if you have a Sagittarius around you, but you may have some choices that come in. Water sign as well, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Sarah, what are the next actions of MK towards me? The situation looks stagnant. Communication looks as if it's down. So if you want to speak to this person, I would reach out to them. I wouldn't wait on hearing from them because it doesn't look like they're planning on reaching out. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything around the situation's changing fast. So I would take control of the situation. Don't wait on them. Yanni, will me and Kay get into a relationship? I think you will, yes. Julie, that's funny, right? That we both felt like that? That's weird. Like, why? Why is today Thursday? Anthony, I noticed the Cancer didn't give any reactions to the Leo guy's post on Facebook. Yeah, I don't think that she's doing well with him. I don't think she's doing well with him. Fia S, I think, is the only person here I haven't answered for yet. Am I right? What's coming towards me? When people say that, I always feel like it's something we should get out of the way of. Okay, it looks like you've got, you're no longer holding yourself back. Your intuition is heightened. A new journey is on the horizon. You got some money coming in. The hard work that you put in around work, school, or business is coming back to you. You may be taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. It also looks like you could be working on a creative project or picking up a new hobby. That may be something that really resonates with you. It's Thursday where Anthony is. And Zara too are in Thursday land. In 18 minutes it'll be Thursday here. That's it. Did I do everybody? You have an ethnic celebration? What is it? Yanni, I did yours a few minutes ago. Freedom from Italy. I didn't even know that Italy was owned you at one point or was associated with you. But now it makes sense because my DNA comes back as 89%. Wait, I think 96% Southern Italy and like 3% Greek. Now it makes sense. So, yeah, something like that. Sure, Sherry, go ahead. If I don't like the way somebody asks a question, I'll ask to rephrase. Yeah, because sometimes, like the one that somebody just said about what should I be aware of or what should I look out for, like how do you answer something like that? Like there are a lot of things that you should be aware of, right? Like I said, make sure the candles are blown out. Make sure that you, I don't know, shut off the coffee pot before you leave. But a lot of times people are asking those types of questions, but they have something else. Like it's something else that they're asking, that they want to ask, but they're not saying it. Like the question that I get all the time is, what is Joe hiding from me? Well, people hide a lot of shit. How much money they spend on their credit card, how much money they spend at the bar, like people hide shit. Like that's just life, right? But a lot of times people aren't looking for miscellaneous hidden things. They have a specific question they want to ask and they're just not asking it. I don't know if they're trying to pull it out of me or if they're, I don't know. I don't know what the reason is. It tends to be that from what I've noticed, that women don't come in direct. And I found with dealing with mainly women over the years that I kind of can understand why women get very frustrated with men, because women don't come direct. Like they'll say things trying to get something else. Like instead of just saying, I want to know if he's seeing Susie, well, what is he hiding from me? Well, how do I answer what is he hiding? First of all, people hide shit and people have the right to hide shit. But it's hard to answer something like that because I don't know what it is you're really looking for. Like, did he eat the last piece of pizza? Yeah, he's hiding that. Does it make a difference? No. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, sometimes it's hard to answer questions like that because I don't really always believe that those are the questions. I think that it's something else. But the person doesn't want to ask the something else question, so they think I'm going to come up with the answer. But, that's women tend to do that, and then they get frustrated when you don't know what they want. Not me personally, but I mean like in general, like especially with men. Like when they're trying to throw it out there like, well, it's going to be nice out tomorrow. Okay, it's going to be nice out tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be nice out, right? But what do you want? Why are you saying that? But yeah, like the person will say that, but what they really mean is I want you to take me to the beach tomorrow. But instead of just saying I want you to take me to the beach, they're trying to get you to figure it out. It's manipulation is what it is. But it's like low-key, kind of innocent manipulation. It's not really harmful. But if you don't ask the direct question, you're not going to get the direct answer. So sometimes it's hard to answer. Like there was one that was really bizarre. It had something to do with toothpaste. Somebody asked, why did he change his toothpaste? And it was about fluoride. So I said, oh, well, fluoride, it's poison. We don't really need it in our toothpaste. It's kind of like, there's conspiracy theories behind it, whatever side you land on. He probably read something and that's why he gave it up. And I don't know. The answer that the person was looking for was like, it was like, well, I told him this, that, and the next thing, so I think he's trying to be more spiritual. It's like, what? You're relating that to, wait, what? But no wonder why we have so many problems with communication, because why didn't you just ask me that? Like, why, like, did he change this because I told him this, because it's spiritually, this is more whatever. then I could have answered that question rather than the toothpaste. You know what I mean? So sometimes, like, you want an accurate answer, you got to ask the right questions. Anyway, let me shut up. Sherry was going to ask a dumb question. Did you ask it? I don't see it yet. Let me do Amber. Is my cousin Joel's intentions meanwhile? Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Oh, I don't know what's happening with New York, Anthony. New York City, forget it. You can't do anything in New York City. But I'm not in New York City. I'm not far from the city, but I haven't been to the city. I have no desire to go there. I don't have to go eat in those restaurants. I'll live. Amber, is my cousin Joel just using my mom for money? I don't think he's just using her, no. I think that he may be in a tight place. I think that it is a benefit, but I don't think he's only using her for that. No, not at this point anyways. Sherry, what, remember you said you were going to ask a dumb question? What was the question? I didn't see it. Oh, you rewrote it. Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can... Oh, here. Will DM the Capricorn win over AS the Capricorn in a physical fight? Okay, let's see. Yes, I think so. I do think so. Aqua, what's going on with me with my job for the next 2 weeks? You should be feeling grounded and stable. You should also be feeling pretty good about things. Happiness is coming out over your career. Things are moving forward for you fast. Things change for the better quickly. You should see an improvement around work. Mickey, will the Scorpio, Sun, Sagittarius, Moon react if I apologize? I think they'll be accepting. You can make that happen. I think it would go well if you apologize. I would go for it. Mountain. I don't see it. Shirley, what do you mean the insurance company is asking you for strange private documents? I wouldn't send them anything. I would make sure that, I wouldn't send them anything. I would go there. And so that you're sitting there with an agent and that it's not coming through email or some kind of bizarre, or email, a mail, coming through the mail. I think everything is a scam. Yeah, I would be very cautious about something like that. I would take whatever it is that you got and bring it to the agency. Because what kind of personal documents does your insurance company need? The car insurance company, like I'm trying to think. Well, it does vary by state, but New York State is one of the most annoying. I would take whatever it is that they're asking for you and I would go to the agency. That's what I would do. Because if it's coming through email, it may be a scam and I don't trust it. Especially if they want something like your driver's license or something like that. No way. No way. That's why I'm saying go there. Go there. Because it might not even be the insurance company. It could be, you know, like I get all the time from PayPal that my account has been compromised and I'm not going to be able to use it. It's always a scam. And so I don't reply to them and I contact PayPal and they say, no, it's a scam. But it looks like it could be legit. Only, like, if you really look at the lettering, sometimes the letters look funny. But you shouldn't need to give your car insurance any personal information because what do they need it for? You're insuring the car. I mean, I'm trying to think because I just had to re-register my car last November and I had a big debacle. And once again, New York State, you don't even want to have to fuck with New York State because you get more talking to this. Anyhow, so I wound up getting a letter from New York State saying that my driver's license was going to be suspended because I didn't have insurance on the car. Meanwhile, I do have insurance on the car. It was a stupid, I had to get new license plates. So whatever happened, happened. And I called the insurance company. I didn't have to give them anything, nothing. I mean, I've always paid my insurance, so they had to fax a copy of my insurance to DMV, but I didn't send them my driver's license or anything. No, I don't think that it's somebody from the insurance company that's trying to scam you. I think it's somebody who's using the insurance company name as a scam. I think, yeah, I wouldn't. I would take it to the agency, to the manager of the agency. That's what I would do. Kevin, now that I figured out why the entity was trying to show me, and I saw with my eyes with the cards, does the entity feel I understand everything now with the story that it shows? Yes. Yes, I think it does think that you understand everything now. Now you may feel like a shift in the way that the cards react. You already said, I would call Progressive. I would call them, or I would go, do they have a place that you can go to? Is this a scam? Let me just ask it like that. Cards don't indicate it's a scam. This is what I would do. I would call the insurance company, see what the insurance company says. If for some reason it's a scam and they're like, no, we don't do that, we would never ask you for that information, then I would call up the credit unions and have your credit locked so that nobody can open anything under your name. And I don't think it costs anything. I had to do it once. I can't remember what happened to me. Something happened and I had to do it. And nobody will be able to open up anything under your name. So it's not the end of the world, but I would take care of it tomorrow. I wouldn't let it slide. And I would start with the insurance company. Mountain, I met a woman named T in Aries and she kept rescheduling. I felt specific vibe. I'm wondering if I made the right decision about her. Okay, let me see. Did I make the right decision about her? I think you did make the right decision about her. Have you actually met her yet? Because I think that you're going to meet her. Cosmic, time frame for a new job opportunity. Soon. I'm going to say within the next 7 weeks. Kevin, this is cool. What the entity does, I don't even ask the questions. All I do is shuffle the cards. Ah, that is cool. That is cool. Shirley, don't beat yourself up, because you know what? Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. I would just call the company, see what they say, and then if you have to have your credit locked, I don't think it's a big deal to lock it. I did it. I can't remember what the hell happened. I can't remember what happened, but it was years ago, and I had to call and have it locked, and they locked it, and nobody can open up anything under your name. So I think that you'll be fine. It's just, you know, it sucks when you think you're doing the right thing, and then afterwards you're like, maybe I made a mistake. When meanwhile, it's like, it's because you're not a shitty person. You know, it's like you don't think other people are going to be scamming because you don't scam people. So that doesn't come to your head. Aqua, the first 2 weeks of November. Looks pretty good. Cause for celebration comes in. Growth, change, and transformation comes in. An old wound starts to heal. Communication comes in from someone you've been hoping to hear from. Water sign enters, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. It also looks like you may be going back to school or thinking about learning a new area of study. Could make a decision to walk away from something you feel no longer serves you, and a Leo enters. Mountain, I met her once and she keeps rescheduling, and I'm making excuses. I think she's a liar according to the energy, so I told her I'd appreciate honesty much more, and I don't really want to. Okay. I just don't know if I'm making a rash choice. Yeah, I know. You know, like, it's hard because I don't ever reschedule anything. Like, maybe in like the recent years with Avery, I made a doctor's appointment and I couldn't find a babysitter. I had to reschedule that. But I don't normally, like, if I say I'm going to meet you for lunch, I'm going to meet you for lunch. If somebody else shows up or something else comes up, I'm like, no, I can't do it. I'm going to lunch, right? But I find that other people aren't like that. And I find that, like, I guess, like, similar to what I was saying to the girl that with the 18th birthday that was upset about the birthday thing. I think that if I expect that everybody else is going to treat me or live their life the way I live mine, I'm going to always be disappointed. So maybe just accepting the fact that other people are different, you know, and like I have a really good friend who, and like she had to reschedule. Her and I were supposed to do something tomorrow afternoon, but she's a teacher and she's like, I really should spend the day grading. And I understand that, you know, like I understand sometimes you have other things that are more important. I'll see you another time. But it's come up with her a couple of times where she's had to reschedule. But like for me, it's not a big deal because it's like my schedule's pretty free. But like I'm just like, I just don't let it bother me anymore because I feel like, what are the other options? Like cut people out of my life that don't do exactly what I want them to do because I don't feel like they're treating me fair. Like, I understand what you're saying, and I'm not saying that, like, I think that you should expect a certain level of respect, but then it winds up, like, you wind up going to the other extreme where people just don't live up to what you want them to be. And then it goes back to the whole suffering idea. I have a friend of mine, we're not friends anymore, obviously, because he cut out everybody who didn't live up to his standards, and nobody could. So he has no friends. Anyway, so I see what you're saying. It's like, you don't want to have, you make plans with somebody and they're constantly rescheduling. It's really annoying. But on the other hand, sometimes that's just how people are. And yeah, it can be very frustrating. I get it. See, just what you said, exactly. People prioritize themselves and not other people, but isn't that the way it should be? Like, growing up, right, I would always think, oh my God, that's terrible. Like, you should put your friends first. You shouldn't put yourself first, right? Like, that's would be my thinking. But the older I get, I'm starting to see it from the other way, because I feel like the more that you put other people's needs before yours, the more the universe reflects that back. So it's like, okay, so it's like my need, like my friend, right? Her need is to get her work done. But if she says, you know what, I'm not going to put my need first, but I'm going to go out with Danny tomorrow, then the universe is going to reflect back to her that she's second important. Like, her needs are not as important as other people's needs. So that's what's going to come back and reflect into her. Now, for me, I don't know how it affects me, because I honestly don't care. Like, if I see her on Thursday or if I see her on Monday, it's not that big of a difference. But I think that putting yourself first should be the priority. And I think that a lot of us don't do that. And then we get mad at the people that do that. Anyway. Where was I here? Cosmic. Is there a romantic future with Marco? You have potential. Yeah, there's potential. Lita. The Pisces that I told you about that deleted me off of everything and texted my brother just texted me. What does she want? Oh, shit. Well, you know, I think she's a little unstable. It's like she's got negativity around her. She's reaching out looking to reconnect. She's looking for growth, change, and transformation. You might be feeling sharply about it. I would say if you don't want her in your life, then don't reply to her. If you do want her in your life, I can't remember what the situation is, then I wouldn't ignore her. But she seems to be much more work than she's worth. So if you didn't move forward with this, I think that probably would be the best idea. Simran, his next actions and intentions towards me. Slow and steady wins the race, but communication comes in. So you should be feeling like communication is pretty stable in the near future, but everything else is just kind of slow and steady. It's not a bad thing. It's just kind of like, communication is pretty good. Mountain. I hear what you're saying. I agree. She was someone that I just met, and she was scheduled to do some work and told me that she didn't want to do it, but then she wanted to build a friendship. So she's new, right? And I was happy, but the line, yeah, I don't really care for that either. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like, why are you lying? Like, why don't you just tell the truth? Like, I wouldn't have a problem if somebody said to me, you know what, I just don't feel like going out for lunch today. And I would be like, oh, all right, we'll do it another day. Right? But I would rather you not say, aliens landed in my front yard and, you know, we got to hide the ship. You know, like, well, just tell me the truth. Love always. What are Dennis's next actions towards me? communication should come in out of the clear blue sky. It looks like, well, communication, but you may run into him. And that may get the ball rolling. There's divine timing around it. I mean, divine timing could come in, like communication could come in through divine timing, but it looks like there's two. There's communication, and then you could run into him. Simran, I don't see it yet, so let me see who else I haven't gotten to. What about Sanch, rest of the day? A disappointment moves into the past. A fire sign enters. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You could hear from somebody you've been hoping to hear from. And you're taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Your intuition is also heightened. Sandy, general. Could have a nice business opportunity, or something may come in that brings in extra cash. Perseverance pays off. Maybe thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study with the Eight of Pentacles. Your intuition is heightened. You could also be feeling like you're going to walk away from something that no longer serves you. Money comes in with the Nine of Pentacles. Nice business stuff happening for you. Be 48 hours. Lay down the law, set up boundaries. Don't let anybody bullshit you. You may be feeling undecided about something or someone. That's okay. You may feel like love has run out with a certain love situation. You also may be feeling like you were treated unfairly. It'll all blow over pretty quick. Success comes in around work, school, or business. Spiritually beautiful. Has Khalil have had any physical, meaning relations with anybody? Physical. What? Wait, I'm not sure what you mean. Like, has this person like hooked up with somebody, or like physically like slept with somebody? Has Khalil had sex with anybody recently? I don't think so. Simran, will I be able to sell my tickets for a higher price by November 14th? Hoping to sell them for $2,000. Okay, let's see. I think you'll be able to sell them for more. Yeah, I think you will. Luz, what's coming towards me? Rest, relaxation, and self-care. It also looks like you have being guided by the divine makes life change for the better quickly. You got money coming in. Success around business or career. Perseverance pays off and brings in money. Maggie, love for the first 2 weeks of December. you get the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. Somebody could come in and make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Could be with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Harsha, I think I did that one a little while ago. I did it, right? Mel, you can close them. Thanks. I think Simran is the only other person that I didn't answer for, right? Anybody else I haven't answered for? Simran, will be able to sell my tickets for $2,500. What do you think I could sell them for? Hoping to sell them. Okay, let's see. And you may be able to get 2,500. You may be able to get 2,500. That's what I would try for. If you have to come down, then come down. But I would start higher. All right, last person here. C. What will happen between me and R? Perseverance pays off, things move forward. I don't know where you guys are right now, but you should feel like communication picks up and you should feel like things are starting to move forward in the month of November. I don't see a committed relationship here if that's what you're looking for, but we might not be there yet. It may be down the line. It does look like the love cup is full and there's a little bit of stability coming in. So let's see what happens. Alrighty. That's it for me. Thank you all very much for being here tonight, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm not sure what time tomorrow. In a perfect world, I will get up early and before Avery gets up. And I'll do my run, and then I'll do a live stream. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I'll see you at some point, probably around 2. Thank you all very much.